not comfortable sometimes because when I'm drive, when I'm sitting somewhere, not comfortable like before.
She says the president's recent focus on the Somali community is unnerving.
What he said, we've affected all communities. We know some people, they make fraud, but not all.
Hey guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speak. It is a tough month for Somalians in America because most of their fraudulent activities have been busted. And yeah guys, they are crying, whining and claiming racism and victimhood, but nobody is buying that bullcrap. We are talking about massive fraudulent activities guys, almost $8 billion fraud committed right under the noses of the American people. Apart from that, we have Somalian nationals who hold political offices in the United States of America, but their allegiance and their loyalty is to their country, Somalia, not to the United States of America. Just like this representative from Maine. Take a listen.
Politics in Somalia can be, resonate what we have here in the United States, the democracy that we have. How can you help us, be a better country and build back what we used to have back in long time ago? So hopefully we will be able to help our country, our former country, Somalia.
Her name is Deportations and she was elected by Democrats, okay? She says her goal in American government is to get the taxpayers of America to give money to Somalia. We must pay for the people of Somalia and pay for the development of our country. I mean our former country. Well, you don't have to correct yourself, ma'am. Your Freudian slip just gave you away. Just like we have seen multiple times with Ilhan Omar.
Anigu waan ahay gabar Mareykanka laga doortay oo Congress-ka Mareykanka ku jirto. Laakiin waxaan ahay gabar Soomaaliyeed, gabar idinku jinsi ah, gabar idinku af ah, gabar idinku diin ah oo hadde qof iyadoo da'yar wadankeedii laga kaxeeyo wili xiise u qabto in maalin wadankeedii ay ku noolaato oo dadkeedii wax ay la wadaagto. Marka alxamdulillah waxaan rajaynayaa aniga iyo ilmahayga in aan hadde ku barbaariyo iyagana ilmahooda ay ku barbaariyaan dhulkii aniga aan ku soo koray. Taasna haddii ay suurtagelayso waa hadde shaqo badan inaan wada qabanaa hadduu Ilaahay yiraahdo oo aan ka dhignaa dhulkeena dhul barwaaqadiisa dadka oo dhan ay dareemi.
Yeah. Nothing to see here, really. But let us quickly take a look at what the Somalians are saying since their fraud has been exposed and Trump removed their temporary protective status. Let's watch.
What is Trump's beef with Somalis? Like, are you intimidated by their success and influence? They are the captains now. What do you mean Somalia is barely a country? Oh, are you talking about the 1.1 million that don't have running water? Or the 27% of the population that don't have proper electricity? Or the 750,000 people that don't have homes? Oh, wait, that's the US of A. And it's proper giving projection when he's talking about people running around killing each other. And calling Somalis garbage when they have some of the most gorgeous women on this earth. And that's coming from a man that looks like a dehydrated bit of orange peel that's been left to rot in the sun. Trump, come on now. A man like you that's on the naughty list. And I'm not talking about Santa's naughty list. You're in no position to be talking about anyone, especially about my Somali brothers and sisters.
If you beef one Somali, you beef every Somali. If there's one thing about Somalis, they are going to ride out for their Somali brothers and sisters. They are going to crash out. They don't do one-on-ones. They're gonna jump you. Abdi's gonna go tell Rekta, who's gonna go tell her brother Mo, who's gonna go tell Naima, and she's gonna tell her Upti. You are fucked. You are well and truly pissed if you get into beef with a Somali, because word will get out that you're beefing the Malis. And then it's up from there. Even if you think that Somali is miskeen, they just watch anime and play PlayStation. They have someone in their network that is a trapper, that is on job. The Somali network is bigger than Google. It's even faster than Google. Next time you get into beef with a Somali, if you ever do, just let it slide. Because I promise you, you are going to have like 50,000 man on your case if you beef a Somali.
Empty barrels, they say, make the most noise. But let me quickly play this guy's response to Ilhan Omar's gaslighting and lies. It is epic.
If you want a good laugh today, check this out.
Somalis are not terrorizing this nation. We are helping it thrive. Somalis have always seen themselves as the fabric of this nation. So not only are we not going anywhere, we are not going to allow anybody to make us feel less Minnesotan or less American.
First and foremost, little Miss Brusband, I don't feel American. I am American, so no one can make me feel less than or less like something that I already am because I was born that. And the real problem stems from the fact that you believe that you are the fabric of this nation. By the way, that metaphor refers to people that share fundamental structures, values, beliefs, culture and all this stuff. Didn't you come from Somalia, where the country's major fabric is Islam, what holds that nation together? And in Islam, you either convert or die. That's their belief system, correct? Or you force them to believe what you believe. Didn't Minnesota change their flag for you? See, if you were the fabric of this nation as you're espousing, you wouldn't have come to change the area you're in. You would assimilate and join in and share your culture and share your beliefs without forcing it on anybody, because no means no. But you guys don't believe in that. If I don't believe what you believe, you say I should die. So please miss me with that, little Miss Brusband.
Perfect. These guys claim that they are nothing but American when the world is watching, okay? But when they speak their Somali language, when nobody can understand what they are saying, they profess their allegiance to their country, Somalia. They claim that they are the daughters of Somalia through and through. And really, I am not against them professing their allegiance or their loyalty to their country, Somalia. But I have a problem when they start lying about loving America and being bona fide Americans just because the world is watching and just because their TPS has been, revoked. Now, that takes me to the next video. Take a look.
Hi, so I just really want to make this video from a human space. This is something I've been really meaning to say, and I'm so glad that I can finally articulate it to you guys. So I'm Somali. I grew up in Minnetonka. I've been raised here my entire life. I am born here and I've lived here. I've studied here. I'm a pre-med. I do research, and that's usually the type of stuff I talk about on my page. But right now I feel like it's really important for me to say this. What I'm going to say is that I have been getting so many messages telling me to go back to your country, go back to your country. But the reality of the situation is the United States is the only country I've ever known my entire life. And the thing is, the great irony of it all is I'm not the ambassador of Somalia. I don't speak for Somali people. I'm not a spokesperson for this community. I'm just one young person trying to study, navigate life, and live like any other 20-something-year-old living here in this state. And so something that I feel like is going on is that there's a lot of immigrant people and first-gen, second-gen kids like me with this weight on our shoulders trying to explain everything going on in our communities, trying to defend our communities. But I'm really no different from any other 20-something-year-old trying to make it here in this state, in this country, in this world. And so I'm sharing this because I really feel like a lot of us are being treated this way and dealing with this quietly. But the reality is we aren't symbols. We aren't some type of ambassador. We are just human beings like everybody else.
I am American. I was born in America. All my life, the only country I've known is America. I'm just another 20-something-year-old girl trying to live my life and study in America. No, you are not, okay? You really are not. If all you've known is America, then believe me, you wouldn't even be wearing this rag on top of your head right now. Somalia is a Muslim country. America is not. You claim all you know is America, yet you embody Islam. All you actually know, my dear, is Islam. And you have more allegiance to your country than you have for America. I bet you visit your country, Somalia, every now and then, maybe with your parents. Merely looking at you, I wouldn't even consider you American. Maybe until you open your mouth and I see that you have an American accent. Because looking at you, nothing in your appearance says that you have assimilated into the American society. You are still truly and utterly Somalian, okay? So no, you are not the same with a Polish or a French 20-something-year-old who was born and raised in America. Your entire appearance screams Somalia. And this is just by looking at you. How much more if I delve into your practices, your cultural practices in the same United States of America, which you claim is the only country that you know. You are not fooling anybody, buddy. You are not.
A lot of white nationalists are really upset about Somali immigration to Minnesota for some reason. But the thing is, Minnesota is the homeland of the Somali people, and it was promised to us 3,000 years ago. In fact, one of the founding documents of the state of Minnesota is literally codifying into law that Somali people have self-determination on that land. As it states very plainly in the basic law in Minnesota, the land of Minnesota is the historical homeland of the Somali people, in which the state of Minnesota was established. The state of Minnesota is the home of the Somali people, in which it fulfills its natural, cultural, religious, and historical right to self-determination. The right to exercise self-determination in the state of Minnesota is unique to the Somali people. The state views the development of Somali settlement as a national value and will act to encourage and promote its establishment and consolidation. So that's the end of the debate. The only people who have the right to self-determination in Minnesota are Somalis. Somalis have a cultural tie to the land. It was promised to us 3,000 years ago, and we have the right to go back to our homeland.
They went from "we love this country, we are American citizens" to, in fact, "this is our land. Allah promised us this land 3,000 years ago." It's the audacity for me, guys. And they are really serious about this claim, because I have seen multiple creators claiming that they Somalians were promised Minnesota 3,000 years ago.
Look at me. Look at me. I am the mayor now.
Well, I am not surprised. That is Islam for you. Without lie, Islam dies. And that is exactly what the Somalians are doing, since they are also all Muslims, pulling out fake information and making things up as they go.
Trump is scapegoating a tiny piece of the population, some of the most vulnerable people in our country. But Trump based his order on a report whose author has made it clear that his goal is to denaturalize and deport as many Somali Americans as possible. This is not about crime. It's not about safety. This is about purging people like me from this country. Minnesota has always been a welcoming place for people fleeing a home country that is blasted by war, poverty, and hunger.
Guys, I just have one question. Why would somebody be afraid of going back to their home country? Why? These people act like Trump just ordered for all of them to be executed, whereas the only thing he did was remove the temporary protective status that was given to them 30 years ago. It is temporary for a reason. It is not permanent protective status. What is wrong with these people? That is something the other American presidents should have done a long time ago. A program that has been abused for decades, turning temporary into permanent residency. But now they are foaming at the mouth just because Trump announced the end of this particular fraud. Trump is racist. He's destroying our lives. No, sir. TPS was meant for short-term crises, not a backdoor to citizenship. Somalia's civil war started in the 90s. That was over 30 years ago. If it is still a hellhole today, then that is on them, not on Americans. Trump promised to put America first, and delivering on that by deporting those who don't belong in America is what I call leadership. These ingrates are proving his point every single day, because they are not assimilating, they are agitating, they are insulting the very same people who built the economy they leech off of. Recent investigations have exposed one of the biggest welfare rip-offs in the United States history, centered right in the heart of Little Mogadishu in Minneapolis. We are talking hundreds of millions, billions of dollars siphoned from American taxpayers through sham programs. If you have watched my last video before this particular one, I covered that fraud extensively, and that was part of the reason why Trump revoked their TPS. America opened her doors out of misplaced compassion. And what did she get? Defrauded, insulted, and threatened. These are not refugees building America. These are invaders exploiting the system. Remember Black Hawk Down, okay? America lost 18 brave soldiers trying to help Somalia in 1993. But now, their descendants, the Somalian descendants, are here, calling Americans weak. No more. Trump is right. End chain migration. Deport the fraudsters and secure the border. Send these fraudsters back to their Wakanda land. America is not their ATM. As always, guys, these are my thoughts and my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel in any way that you can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.